I've decided to train my aim for 30 days in an aim trainer to see if it really makes a difference for Counter-Strike. For the past few years, a new trend has been growing within FPS games. Players started using aim trainers to improve their aim, while in the past we just simply played the game to improve. Aim trainers are games specifically made to make practicing aim easier. This is their sole purpose. They have hundreds of user-created maps that focus on different aspects of aim training, and it is up to the player to choose the right one for them. Many communities like Valorant or Apex Legends have been open to this change, but for CS, this is quite controversial. Many people think that it will not make a difference, so that is why I've decided to explore this and hopefully find out more about this mystery. For this challenge, I've decided to use Kovacs. Choosing aim labs would be the same, but still I want to point out that this video is not sponsored by Kovacs or anyone else. Here are the timestamps for the video. If you want to jump around, feel free to do so, but I suggest watching the full video for complete context. There are loads of useful thoughts that I share, so let's dive into it. I think I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to new techniques and ideas how to improve. But I understand that a lot of players are skeptic about using one game to become better in another one. At first, I thought this challenge might be pretty stupid or useless due to many reasons. There might be sensitivity differences between the games, there might be different mechanics that affect aim and muscle memory, and many more like movement, shooting style, and mainly, you're not playing against real people. What would shooting a few dots make you to improve? I'm going to try to answer all of those questions. That's why I suggest you would keep watching this video. We will cover my whole experience through this wild 30-day journey full of improvement, stagnation, tilt, but also hitting a record in one of the tasks that seems so incredibly annoying at first. This was also the perfect moment to innovate and maybe inspire some of you to try aim trainers with an open mind, as currently in CS2 we have very limited options to improve through workshop maps, something that CSGO was excellent at. Early stages of the game combined with new source engine make it difficult for mappers to find a sweet spot and create maps to help you develop your individual skill. So how it felt during the 30 days? Before I went into practicing my aim, I had to make sure I know what specifically I want to improve on. Over the years, I spotted few weaknesses that I have, and I was trying to correct them in the past, but mostly using workshop maps and focus on them within the game. My list of weaknesses that I would love to work on was mainly tracking, micro adjustments, and left side flicks. Thanks to a friend who was experienced in aim trainers helped me build a task list with focus on these weak points of my game. The task list consisted of 6 different tasks: small moving dots, target switching with tracking, target switching with flicking, dynamic flicking, left flick practice, fast tracking a target with unpredictable movement. I will repeat each task 3 times and the whole routine lasted about 30 minutes. I want to create a longer routine that would fatigue me before jumping into the game. For every day of the challenge, I noted down my thoughts briefly. You can find this document in the description below for full transparency to see first-hand impressions of my improvements. For the sake of the video, instead of daily notes, I will walk you through weekly recaps to keep you updated of how am I doing? Alright, week number 1. From the first day, it is very frustrating. I feel like the tasks are extremely difficult and annoying, and I see on the scoreboard after each task that I'm not doing well at all. It almost feels embarrassing as I'm a professional player, yet I can't beat casual players. Things keep being frustrating the whole week. The past 2 tasks feels impossible, feels like I'm playing certain scenarios just wrong and I have no clue how to improve. Week number 2. I looked up how people play certain tasks I struggle with, if there is something I'm missing. After seeing others, I feel like I play better. Even past 2 task is pretty alright now. I just needed to see others play. I got a bit sick during the week, so I had a 3-day break. Felt a bit sloppy and definitely rusty after that, trying a new glass pad, but my hand is sticky as soon as I get a bit sweaty. I've got to use sleeve from now on, and after jumping into Face-It games, I already feel warmed up and ready to play. Feels almost better to warm up on Kovacs compared to aimbots, which are a bit scuffed at the moment in CS2. So week 3, left flick practice becoming way too easy. First week I was literally flicking and missing a lot. Now I find myself actually aiming because I understand I became fast enough to aim and click. The improvements are very small and incremental, if any. What I feel is that even if I have a bad run, it's better than what it used to be some days ago. The glass pad is a huge difference as well. compared to anything I was using before, and I expected an adjustment period that would last days, if not weeks. However, the transition was really smooth, and I would attribute that to daily use of Kovacs, as it forces me to focus on every single movement and I get to know the new gear much faster than usual. And week 4, for the first time I didn't use Kovacs as a warm-up, but rather I played a few hours of CS and then went into Kovacs to cool down instead. And the difference is actually insane. I hit personal best on 3 or 4 tasks, sometimes consecutively in one day. I realized that during tasks where tracking is the main focus, loosening up my grip helps tremendously with my accuracy. I'm trying to translate it into actual gameplay and be conscious about the way I'm holding mouse and the amount of pressure I'm putting on it during gunfights. Again, a couple of personal records every day, which is not bad, but when I'm looking at my own replays, I'm stunned how bad I am. While I play, I'm thinking it's going well, but the replay shows the real weaknesses. Let's talk about the results. After 4 weeks of carefully chosen task list for Kovacs, I can confidently say that my aiming techniques has improved, at least those which I struggled with. I can subjectively feel it in my games and confidence. I feel that opening has become much more comfortable due to me focusing on flicks, but most importantly, I can objectively see day-to-day improvements within Kovacs, leaderboards and statistics. Since I cannot quantify this improvement in game, it would be careless of me to just assume that my increased headshot percentage means I aim better, or my win rate spike means I land more flicks, but the feeling of improvement is there, which is for me good enough reason to believe Aim Trainer, if used correctly, can be an incredibly powerful tool that would speed up your improvement rates in any FPS title. The key for making this challenge useful is to set up your Aim Trainer exactly to the settings you use in your main game. Sensitivity, resolution, and FOV, which is field of view, was exactly the same in Kovacs as CS for me, for obvious reasons. You can use a bunch of tools within Aim Trainer's options to make sure your settings match, and as a side note, this would be a perfect tool for you to use if you wish to tweak your sensitivity a bit so you make the adjustment period smoother and faster. Now, one of the main thoughts before the challenge was that this will be counterproductive due to difference in mechanics between the games itself. Counter-Strike is a game where you have to move a lot to create favorable fights, and positioning is as important as aim. So what is the point in training aim in standstill simulation with no counter-strafing involved? Well, the truth is you won't improve movement or in-game mechanics at all. For that, you would have to find other ways to practice. But aim improvements are just far superior to anything you can simulate within Counter-Strike. The beauty of Aim Trainer is that you can create your own tasks specifically focused on one single motion or one single shot and repeat it over and over in a closed environment until it feels comfortable enough. You wouldn't be able to do this in real game. Even on Deathmatch, which is a fast-paced mode full of duels, if you try to work on a specific shot or fight, you won't be able to practice it to the potential Aim Trainer gives you. You will be killed in the back, spawn on the other side of the map, and it may make you frustrated and effort is inefficient. Let's move on to the conclusion. In short, I'm very impressed of how this challenge went, and I'm so glad I documented it from day one to share it with you. I honestly think that it is just a matter of time when aim trainers will break through into Counter-Strike scene just like it did into Valorant, Apeks or Overwatch. While it won't raise your skill ceiling in CS, it will make it faster to reach. This should not be your primary way of improvement in CS or any game for that matter. This is mostly supplemental side path of perfecting aim mechanics which work well with any FPS title. That means you shouldn't just toss away your deathmatch sessions, warm-up routines and play Kovacs 6 hours each day. This means that Kovacs should be included in your ideal aim training practice, which is, by the way, different to warm-up, but more of that in future videos. I kind of wish I had these opportunities to improve when I was younger and I started investing time into games and I became professional. One main point to make this all worthwhile is to play correct tasks in these aim trainers. Identify your weaknesses in your aim and use tasks that actually correct it. Do you think this is too difficult? Is it too hard for you? Well, you should feel this way. If it was easy, there would be no intention for you to become better. First day for me were awful, embarrassing even, when I saw how bad I was. And I'm a professional player that has been around for a decade. I swallowed my ego, my pride, and I realized that these 30 days are going to be struggle with hopefully good results in the end. And I feel exactly that way now. I'm glad I could share it with you and inspire you to try it out and make you a more complete player. As you can see, we are coming to an end of this video, which was enjoyable to record and prepare. If you have some interesting challenges you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to practice your aim on that like and subscribe buttons. It means a lot and helps me doing these videos, which help you in return. So win-win scenario for everyone. Feel free to check out next video that YouTube thinks you will like, and YouTube is never wrong. See you there. Bye-bye.